Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be back. Happy Moon Day Monday. It's time for Nighttime Astro Live.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Yoo-hoo! How's everybody doing? To welcome a very warm welcome to all our new members in the Facebook group. Welcome, welcome. This is something that we do. We gather in the evening to take a look at the stars above, see what astrological alignments are in play, and to get the wisdom downloads. Why at night? Because that's when we can see the night sky, the cosmos, and we get to take what we learn in these lives into our dreams. And in your dreams, you can wake up refreshed with some downloads from your dreams, your guides, your angels. All right. So I'm Shannon. I'm the host of Lunar Ladies Lifestyle Group and the owner and operator of Lunar Ladies. Welcome. So tonight we are going to explore the Sun and Chiron, the wounded healer cycle. So as you know, when you're in Lunar Ladies, we focus on the lunar cycle, right? Because the moon is the closest to the earth. It affects us. It's the fastest moving planet. We go through cycles every 29 and a half days. So we have all these opportunities for the moon to make a full journey around our natal charts, popping in, visiting each of our 12 houses, activating all of our natal planets. And the moon is a really good object in the night sky with its magnetic force field, pulling on our emotional body, pulling on that core root self. So when you pay attention to the moon, where it is, what phase it's in, what sign it's in, anything merging with the moon, and knowing where that is in your natal chart, you can really learn a lot about yourself. And you can do a lot of personal wellness and healing, transformation, and building your soul awareness. And that's the key in this 2020 decade, is building your soul self-awareness. Okay, so we have help to build our awareness, and it's coming in the form of the Sun merging with Chiron, the wounded healer. And Chiron right now is moving through the sign of Aries. So in your natal chart, you would go to your Aries ruled house and you would check in. Do I have any planets in Aries? Anything happening in that house in my chart? What is that house in my chart? Because that's going to be a part of your life that Chiron is moving through. Now, Chiron wants to heal you, wants to build a rainbow bridge between the underworld of pain and suffering and lack and limitation, not feeling enough, and move it, build it, that bridge to the heavens where you are whole and shining your soul light on the planet. And you're in a space of joy and wellness. So that's Chiron's job. Now, when he's in the sign of Aries, he spends quite a long time there. He's an 8-year journey. So if you've been paying attention, he's about halfway through. And he's been here about 3.5 years, but he's going to retrograde, go forward a little bit, retrograde, go forward. And finally, he'll be in Taurus soon, maybe 3 years, something like that. I'd have to double check the ephemeris. But when a inner planet or a power, a planet that really affects us like the sun merges with Chiron, we call it a cycle, because sun and moon come together, and that's a new moon cycle. So when the sun comes together with a power planet, we look at that like a lunar cycle, meaning it's going to have phases. So I'm going to go back to April 1st, 2022, when the Sun and Chiron merged. And we're going to take a look at that chart to see what the wisdom of the cosmos wants you to know about yourself and how to utilize that power in your life, like right now. But what occurred on the 8th of July, so 3 days ago over the weekend, I believe that was probably Friday, the sun came into a waxing square. So we would, very similar to the energy of a first quarter moon, meaning this is your time to get into action and make those breakthroughs around the themes of Chiron and Aries, which bring up the wounding around who are you? Why are you here? Do you know your value? Do you know your worth? What's your body doing? Is it well? Is it debilitated? Is it suffering in some way? So Aries is about the divine I am presence. So where are you with being a soul, having a temporary experience as a human being? Right? Because some of us forget that once we get here and we're like, oh my God, I'm a human being and I'm so weak and frail and suffering and nothing, life is against me. Or, having, especially if you've had wounding early in life, that's a Chiron and Aries kind of energy, is the wounded child. And so as we grow, and if we don't get the support, the help, the wellness that we needed as a child, we continue with that wounded self as we grow into adulthood. And then, we might respond to the world around us from a wounded inner child space. So the sun's coming along in this cycle saying, I'm going to shine a light here for you. And I want to help you make your breakthroughs and help you build that rainbow bridge from the wounded child to the free soul that's, full of light and love. So that's the focus for tonight's Nighttime Astro Live. So with the quarter square, the squaring that happened on Friday, the sun is now in Cancer. So you're going to move from the Aries ruled chart in your personal chart, and the sun has moved 90 degrees to Cancer. So go and find the Cancer ruled house. That's where you're going to see where this conflict is, what's happening, how you can understand the energy and start to get tools to powerfully move through, because this is the time to take action. And Aries loves action. It's the just do it sign. It's the hero, the athlete, the Olympic gold medalist, right? It's going to do whatever it takes. It's going to run into that building, rescue those people, and run back out. It's going to win those races. It's just going to do it. It's going to take a risk. It's going to be fearless, and it's going to be full of passion and courage. That's Aries energy. And the sun says, oh, I'm coming into the form of the mother, where I want to care for the child, care for the baby, nurture, feed, protect. It's Cancer energy. It's softer, it's maternal, it's family oriented. So if you have some wounding as a child, this is now the activation cycle of getting the nurturing that you need. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to share my screen and let's take a look at how this cycle began. What was the energy of when the sun and moon at 12 degrees Aries, the sun and Chiron came together at 21 or at 12 degrees Aries? What was the mood? What was the message? What was the frequency that was created for our wellness of our wounded spirit, our wounded inner child? And so this occurred April 1st, 7:56 p.m. here on the West Coast. So you would just find in your time zone when it was. But this is the energy. This is the imprint of what was happening. So we have Sun and Chiron here at 12 degrees Aries. And the 12th degree is known as in the second decan of Aries. So it takes on a flavoring of Leo. Leo's about the joy of your childhood. So the sun and Chiron are asking, did you have a happy childhood? Were you supported in your creative self-expressions? How did you have joy as a child? Okay. And so that's the first question to check in with yourself. Did I have a happy childhood? And if not, what was going on? Or if so, what made it happy, right? 2 questions. And so what's interesting here is that the new moon had happened the day before at 11 degrees Aries. So we have the new moon energy here. Now the moon has moved 10 degrees to 22 degrees, and we're in the 2022 Aries. So the moon is here with Aries. Now this is important for the full moon that's happening on Wednesday, because Aries is involved with the full moon. The moon and sun are 21 degrees Cancer and Capricorn, and here's the moon at 22 saying, hey, I'm already at this full moon space where the next quarter phase of this Chiron sun cycle is happening. I noticed that the moon is conjoined the goddess of strife and discord. She's the one that if you need to make a major breakthrough, you connect with Aries energy. But you got to ground this, because she's like Pele. She's like, oops, sorry, I was as gentle as I could be as a volcano goddess, but I didn't mean to fry you. So you really want to be like very grounded when you work with the Eris energy. But it is sending a finger of God into the South Node. And so to me, what this is about is when you do the emotional work, you're going to be healing the past of your early childhood, past lives. South Node is past life patterns. So I love that this past life energy is really coming into form, especially when we hit the end of July, when Mars and Uranus and the North Node make a triple conjunction. Ooh, more to come on that. So the energy of 12 degrees Aries is the Sabian symbol is the image of an unsuccessful bomb explosion. So Aries has the bad rap of when it's out of balance, it can be volatile, right? It's fire, cardinal fire, sparks, igniting something. But the Chiron and the Sun are saying, don't worry, if there is violence in the atmosphere, it's not going to be successful. If there's something about possibly even engineered events or false flags, there's not going to be success. We're here to heal the energy, not explode the energy, right? And so we want to just be aware of that, especially if we get pulled into the collective that says, be afraid of what's happening. Also during this time in April, we were seeing the Ukraine, what has been happening in Ukraine. So it also is an indication around that experience. Something about it will not be successful. All right, so we're focusing on, this is the message, when energy flows freely, meaning not blocked, not hindered, when it's flowing open and freely, the outcome is always good. So how is your energy flowing? And Aries says, I want to know, how's the energy in your body flowing? Now, if you saw some of my posts today, I posted about tuning up my body, and with acupuncture points, sound healing, crystals, the earth. And what that's about is clearing the meridian pathways so that my chi, which is Aries governs the chi or the life force in your body, can flow freely. And this is what this cycle with Sun and Chiron is helping you heal the flow of energy in your body so that you can be happy, things are working out, you can be healthy, and you can be wealthy and wise. Everything is working out in your favor. You're always at the right place at the right time, and everything's working out better than you can imagine. This is the message of Chiron and the Sun that began April 1st. So go back, what was happening April 1st in your life, check in, because now you're getting whatever was going on then in an activation cycle. So when we have the Sun involved with a new cycle, we look to the opposing force field, the polarity, because that's where the Earth is moving through. Now, the Earth was at 12 degrees Libra. And at 12 degrees Libra is about, 12 degrees Libra is about children blowing soap bubbles. It's one of my favorite Sabian symbols. Isn't it like the sweetest thought? Children, and those of you who have children, it's about that innocent fun. And remember when you were a child blowing soap bubbles, like how fun was that? And you chased the bubbles, you blew the bubbles. I remember when I got, went to the grocery store with Mom, and she bought us, the little things of bubbles with the plastic thing, and you got to blow. I mean, that was like major fun. Right? So go back to that feeling of what did it feel like to be a child blowing soap bubbles? Because what the Earth was emanating at the time of this new cycle that took place was to be happy. You can learn from children about the magic of just being. This is what's healing in your body, mind, and spirit, is the magic of just being. And if your energy is clear and flowing, ultimately life is good. Just like that t-shirt, life is good. So that's really the power of the message that is involved with this experience of what began on the Sun-Chiron conjunction. So let's fast forward to last Friday. All right, Sun square Chiron, meaning a 90-degree angle was created. And now this is the energy that we get to put our wellness into action. All right, so let's look at the sun here, 16 degrees Cancer. So still in, so it's moved from Aries to Cancer. Chiron is only moved 4 degrees. It's 16 degrees Aries. So here's the square. Who's hanging out nearby the sun? We've got the black moon Lilith, we've got Mercury, and with Chiron, we have Jupiter and Eris. Okay, where's the moon? The moon is here at 4 degrees Scorpio, right? So last Friday, we have a waxing Scorpio that was in a gibbous phase because we just went through the first quarter in Libra, so it's building towards the full moon. So on the sun square, we're going to look at Aries, Chiron and Aries at 16, the sun at 16 degrees Cancer, the earth which be right here at 16 degrees Capricorn. And then let's, for fun, get the polarity of Chiron, which would be 16 degrees Libra. Now this is going to make sense when we move towards the next phase, as like the full moon phase, when the sun is exactly opposite Chiron. And that will be October 7th of this year. And it's going to be at 14 degrees Libra. So knowing this energy of the empty, invisible space is going to be key to connecting with this energy. It's cardinal square, a grand cross. So it's about initiating new cycles, right? A new cycle is in motion. All right, what can we learn from Chiron and the sun and the earth and the invisible polarity point? Chiron shows up at 16 degrees Aries as the energy of 2 spinsters. 2 spinsters, what are they doing, right? Picture these 2 older ladies, maybe never married, and they're sitting together. You know, how are they? How do they interact? What's on their mind? What's going on? So when we go to 16 degrees Aries, and now this is also the second decan taking on the energy of Leo, right? So it's about your joy and your creativity. And so 16 degrees is about being utterly true to yourself. These crones are saying, hey, we're ahead of you right now because we're older and we have wisdom. And the wisdom message is be true to yourself. It's the only one that really matters. And when you're true to yourself, you're going to find the happiness you seek. It's not outside of you. It's not in other people. You know, you can gather people who also are being true to themselves. And then that makes a wonderful soul tribe to be a part of. So we've got the energy of 2. We're in the second decan. And this is saying, be true to yourself. You know, and if you're not true to yourself and living according to your ideals and kind of rejecting social pressure and really finding the truth within, you're going to be okay. You're going to be in a good place to let your life flow, to find your joy, and to bring forth what it is you're really looking for, which is something from deep within. Now, Cancer at 16 degrees, or the sun at 16 degrees Cancer has this message. Now, I thought that this was an interesting image, right? It's the image of a germ who's growing into knowledge and life. So something is growing into a bigger expansion of being. So this is about the wisdom is whatever you pretend to be is what you really are yearning to become. So this is messages saying, okay, the sisters and the crone sisters are saying, hey, be true to yourself. This is lesson number 1 for being on the earth. You must be true to yourself, because when you are, your soul can fully embody this vehicle, right? And the sun is shining light on, hey, you are, you know, what is it that you want to become? What do you wish you could be? That's really a message from your soul, is what you desire to become. You're yearning for this. So again, stay connected to within. What is it that and you can look outside yourself and go, well, who do I admire? Who do I really like? Who would I like to wish I could be like, or look like, or do as a living, your career. Look at those people or those things and ask yourself, why am I attracted to that? Why do I like that? What is it about that person or that place or that thing that I find interesting or desirable? That's going to teach you about the qualities that you're looking to develop in yourself. So this is where the action is. The action says, find out what that is that's burning deep within you. Be true to that and ignite that on fire over the next, 3 months. We have a 3-month activation cycle to do this. Now, let's go to the polarity. What's the Earth saying at 16 degrees Capricorn? I love this degree. It's a young woman or a young girl bathing in the nude. And this is about being innocent and free, being connected to your body, finding the beauty that's within you and letting yourself just be in your beauty. So this is about, the girl is showing you that only by letting go of what covers you, meaning like the mask, the falsities, trying to please other people, not being true to yourself. When you let go of that, you can find out what is really being covered up, which is the beauty of you, right? So that's a great meditation of being this young, beautiful girl who's near a lake or a pond, and she's just free to be bathing in that fairy water, fairy pool. Okay, so Chiron also has a message from its polarity point, and the message is this: a retired sea captain. So I think this is really cool. Imagine two, spinster crone women in their rocking chairs on the porch, and then next to them is a retired sea captain on his, rocking in his rocking chair. What do you think they'll talk about? So the polarity energy of Chiron to heal this sense of self, to find out how to be true to yourself, is saying, like, you have to learn to relax. And the polarity point is saying, like the young girl who's just free to bathe and go skinny dipping, right? She is just happy to let herself be connected in her birthday suit, right? With nature and water and joy, because she's not covering herself up anymore with falsities and masks. And in order to help support you to do that, you gotta learn to relax. You gotta embody that retired sea captain who's just on the porch looking out at the harbor and in contemplation, right? Just checking things out. Nothing, nowhere to go, nothing to do, just enjoying his state of being, relaxing and enjoying life. So that's the major message of Chiron. Isn't that cool? So that's what we're working. We've got that set in motion on April 1st. Now we're in the activation cycle for the next 3 months of learning about who you are, what do you yearn to become, being true to yourself, releasing and letting go what covers you up, your beauty. And when you let that go, then you'll see what's really there, the beauty. And learning to relax, right? What great direction and homework. And so again, this is about healing that wounded child. And these are the steps. Okay. So the moon here and the south node. The south node is at the energy of a soldier derelict in his duty. And that's going to come in more with the full moon happening on Wednesday. But this is about, don't let something outside of you control you. Go AWOL into this deep place within to discover your beauty and what makes you you in the highest way. The moon is saying, okay, I'm not that happy in Scorpio because it makes me feel everything, and not just my own stuff, but other people's stuff, past life stuff. And so this is the energy of a massive rocky shore. So imagine this rocky shore and the ocean's just, crashing against the rocks, right? Like, what is that? I mean, there's a lot of energy getting released as those waves crash against the rocks. And this is about, the moon says, I'm working on your human emotions. And it's mysterious and unpredictable and sometimes overwhelming. So if you are feeling, especially with the solar flares and this big full moon that has Pluto rules Scorpio, and we have that Scorpio moon that's imprinted in this activation cycle for the next 3 months, your human emotions are going to get worked, and they may come mysteriously and unpredictably and overwhelmingly, but that's okay. You have a lot of support. That's, it's churning the inner waters so that what comes up can be released, let go of, relax into it, let it show you what you've been covering up, right? Okay, so let's head on over to the upcoming full moon. And I'll talk more about this, but I really wanted to open the window because we're going to have Janet here on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Giving you amazing theta Reiki healing to activate the super full moon for you. And then I'm going to be back with the sound healing. And if you want to participate in the sound healing, you can send me, of course you can watch and enjoy the the sound healing meditation. But if you want to send me prayers and wishes to read out loud, pray over, harmonize with the bowls, burn, and release ceremoniously to the cosmos, you can do an energetic love offering exchange of 1111 to my PayPal or Venmo or Zelle. So that's how we're doing that for the new and full moons every month. So it really was a hit when Lama Lakpa was here doing with pujas. He's not available to do that anymore. So we're replacing Lama with the crystal bowls. Okay, so here is the Capricorn super full moon. When's it happening? Wednesday, July 13th, 11:37 a.m. So that's going to be during Janet's live. So if you can be there live to watch that, amazing. If you're working, that's okay. It's always in a timeless capsule, ready for you at any time. So when we look at the Capricorn super full moon chart, you may be noticing, hey, there's a rectangle here. Shannon, hey, I see a rectangle. What's this mean? And I'm like, let's expand your view and go, hey, guess what? There's a triangle too. And wow, there's even a kite or a diamond happening here. So a lot going on. But with the mystical rectangle, it's inspired by the lunar nodes, right? The angle of the oppositions and the sun and moon, right? So this is alchemy. With the presence of Pluto, it's transform alchemy. So we're going to be really wanting to pay attention and utilize this moment to make major breakthroughs and releases so that we can merge in our true self, which is glorious and beautiful and amazing beyond our wildest dreams. Okay, so I have the blog post up. If you go to lunarladies.com, click on the blog, you'll find the Surrender to Spiritual Grace blog post. I'm going to tell you all kinds of things about this moment in time. Okay, so I'll just briefly go over. It's a super moon. Go back last month, we had a super moon then. Well, and how did you feel it? How did you experience it? It was a super fire moon in Sagittarius, so it brought up a lot of fire energy, which was, for me, really was an inflammatory moment. And note to self, do not get dental surgery during a super full moon in a fire sign. No to the super full moon and no to the fire sign, because I had inflammation in my gums, pain, suffering was not fun. But that's okay. It's, I won't repeat that again. I really learned my lesson. But now we've got another super full moon in an earth element sign, which is a lot easier to handle because the earth says, I have negative polarity. I will pull this down like a magnet. What is it you want to release? We're not going to release it out with the fire. We're going to pull it down to the core of the earth, the iron core, right? The magnetic force that wants to just pull it down. So this is about grounding those solar flares, grounding this grandmother moon, this super moon, putting your arms up to the sky and reaching for that moon and pulling her down to the center of the planet. It's a really cool meditation, and I'll include that with the sound healing ceremony. But yes, we are going to burn the release list, but I'm going to bury those ashes in the earth so that it can be pulled down and transformed from the earth and the moon working together. Okay. So we got a Capricorn super full moon. So you'll find your Capricorn ruled house is at 21 degrees. So if you've got any planets near there in Capricorn or Cancer. So the moon is in Capricorn, the sun is in Cancer, and the moon, let's go back to the chart. The moon is here with Pluto at the USA Pluto return degree in retrograde. So we're looking back, we're releasing from the past, right? Past life, this life or other lives. Capricorn rules your 10th house. Like, what are you doing here as an adult? How are you contributing to make the world better energetically and emotionally and physically? What are you doing? Capricorn likes to be doing things, building, creating, utilizing, empowering. This is our career energy. So if you have a career space that needs some transform alchemy, include that in your prayers, include that in your releases. And the sun is up here with Cancer being hugged by Mercury, the child, the youth, and Ceres. This is the largest asteroid from the asteroid belt. She's named after the Divine Mother. And Ceres in Cancer with the sun is major mama energy. So Ceres is like, oh, honey, don't even worry about a Pluto full moon, super moon. I got this. I'm Ceres. I eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, I'm the boss here. So in the blog post, I bring in Ceres energy, and she's going to be really the one, the Empress in the tarot. She's the mama, right? She's the queen of heaven. And so she's saying, guess what? I can handle the Pluto energy. I'm inviting you to take a luxurious time to be quiet, to be in quiet reflection and repose. Who was telling us that? The polarity point of Chiron. That sea captain was like, hey guys, I'm over here rocking in my rocking chair on the porch. Join me. And Ceres says, yes, and join him because it's going to be a luxurious moment in your energetic life. So she's saying, take this opportunity if you want to merge with my power, which she's overseeing this whole vibration, to relax and enjoy yourself without any pressure from the outside influences of the world. Isn't she nice? Thank you, Ceres. I am right there with you, making plans. And what a great way to relax and enjoy yourself to be experiencing the crystal singing bowl ceremony. Why not? Let's do it. I'm going to have the root chakra going. I'll have the crown chakra going for Capricorn. What else can I do? It'll come. There'll be more. All right. But Eris, she's the one holding the golden apple. Eris is here, 25 degrees. So we have a T-square from the sun, Pluto, Ceres, moon to Eris, 25 degrees. And so she's over here saying, thank you, Ceres, like, you're awesome, Pluto, so happy you're here. But come on over here, guys. I'm the one that's going to start making waves. So she's the change maker coming in at the T-square, the timeout. So as you're relaxing with the sea captain and the two prim spinster crone sisters on the porch, I'm throwing a golden apple into your space to get your attention. So she's telling, now I like to say, oh, we're inviting you. And as I was writing it, I had to delete it because she's like, no, I'm telling you. So I was like, oh, sorry, goddess of discord and strife. Don't be mad at me. And she's like, it's okay, you know, rookie move. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thanks for understanding. So Eris says, I'm telling you, it's time to level up. Level up, people. This is like, you know, the big dogs. Are you ready to be a starter on the field? Are you ready to catch the winning touchdown? Like, this isn't baby stuff. This is you're out there winning, winning the game. So she says, level up and remember that you are a powerful soul of the cosmos. Number one, you are a powerful soul of the cosmos. And guess what? You are just playing a human being on TV in 3D. You are not a human 3D being. You are a powerful being of the cosmos. You are a constellation unto yourself. Stop, you know, you're just playing a human being on TV in 3D. She says, you can handle what is happening in your life. If it's happening in your life, it's because you can handle it. Like, start switching the mindset. If you've been feeling that you cannot cope with all that life is throwing at you, call upon Eris. Eris, Eris. And she'll be like, boom, I'm here. Somebody call my name. I'm like, you told me I can handle everything that life is throwing at me. I need your help. This is a little too much, right? And she's like, great. I'm glad you called me, because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you I'm going to stand with you to look inside your soul and access your spiritual power right now. Eris and Aries is boom, right now. Don't even think about it. Just do it. She's embodying the Nike goddess energy. Like, you are an Olympic athlete. More than that, you are a gold medal Olympic athlete in the cosmos. That's why you're here. Let's pull it together. Pull up our bootstraps. We got this. Come on, come on, come on. All in, you know, huddle up, huddle up. 1, 2, 3, yay, right? So Eris says, when you do this, look in your side, inside your soul and access your power. Eris will surprise you. She's going to surprise you because she's going to show you your gifts, skills, and talents that you're going to find there. And you haven't even used them yet. You haven't even got started. So that's the Eris, like, boom power. So Venus and Saturn say, okay, we are supporting Eris. We are on her side, 60 degrees away, at 24 degrees Gemini and 24 degrees Aquarius. And when Saturn and Venus get together, Saturn does not move fast. Venus wants to lay on the couch and eat bonbons all day. When they get together, it's called creative rest. And remember, we've got Ceres telling you to rest. The old sea captain saying, hey, it's time to be in quiet reflection. Zip it with the mouth. Listen to your inner voice. So Venus and Saturn are here in support of Eris, that's got you face front in the mirror saying, access your power right now. So Venus is saying, hey, I'm just whispering in your ear as Eris is on the other side saying, watch your mind and your words, your speech, because what you're saying, you know, so shall you reap what you sow. This is like alchemy moments. If you're putting out bad juju with your mouth, speaking negatively about yourself, others, or situations, you are alchemizing those moments to come into your personal space and do some damage. So we cannot be doing that. We have to have more awareness and self-control. So Venus is saying, you know, you are activating things in your life. So if you have a habit of speaking ill will into your space, stop it and speak positive affirmations into your space. It's time to come to a more empowered awareness of how you speak about yourself and how your behaviors, right, good, bad, and different, are affecting other people. Look at your choices. and go, wow, if I choose that negative action or behavior for myself, I'm putting that negative energy in the collective and it's going to affect people. What if I did something great for myself? That goes into collective and that starts blessing people. So are you going to be doing harm or are you going to be doing blessings? That's the Venus power you want to tap into. And so she's saying, hey, I'm creating a spiritual energy to this full moon in Pluto. So we want to prune those non-essentials from our life. Like these thoughts, these negative behaviors, I got to prune them, get rid of them, right? Care for yourself and your things. Be grateful and know that as you do this, you're creating a better life, moment to moment to moment. Now, Saturn's on the other side and the other air sign of Aquarius. And he's saying, I got you, baby, to Eris. And she's like, right on, brother, because I can, I'm happy to have your help. So Saturn is reminding you, as you look in the mirror with Eris, to take an inventory of what you see. What are you seeing there? Make a list. Saturn's checking in. Are you centered? Are you balanced? And are you in control of your personal power? Or are you just letting it leak all over the place? Feeling like a victim or feeling overwhelmed by what life is doing around you and to you? Saturn wants to know, who is driving your I am presence? Is it you? Society? Collective? Old bad wounding memories? Negative behaviors? He says, make sure you, as your higher self, are sitting in the throne of your own crown chakra. Take the super full moon's energy, because Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And he says, dispel bad juju from your crown. And don't even have to worry about what is it, where did it come from? Just say out. You do not belong here. Negative voices, negative thoughts, negative feelings, out. Right? Out damn spot from Macbeth. Saturn also is forming a yod to the Cancer sun, where we have Venus forming the yod, or the finger of God, to the moon. Saturn's forming one to the sun. And so he's saying, when you ground your energy spiritually every day, you are raising the energy of your life in your life circumstances. Again, he's saying balance. When you bring more balance to your life, you're going to heal old injuries and problems. Thanks, Saturn. So, look at that already. We've got a ton of support from the planets. We've got Venus and Saturn, Ceres and Pluto, Sun and Moon, and one more thing. I noticed as I'm looking through the charts, I'm like, wait a minute. This 24th degree of Gemini is speaking. On the new moon, Mercury was there at 24 degrees Gemini. On the full moon, Venus is there at 24 degrees Gemini. When Mars goes retrograde in October, he is going to be right at the 24th, 25th degree, right there. So I'm like, okay, what's up with the 24th degree of Gemini? It's the third decan, so it has to do with Aquarius. It has to do with your future. So it's really interesting. So it includes the Aquarius energy. And guess who's at 24 degrees Aquarius right now, as we speak? Saturn. So this 24th degree of Gemini and Saturn kind of ruling over the future is saying, it is time to contact your inner teacher and develop your personal soul sovereignty. So I'm offering, if you need help to connect with your inner teacher, let's schedule a one-to-one reading. You can purchase a reading right here. Let's talk about Saturn. Let's get you a game plan. Saturn likes strategy, likes a plan, wants to build a bridge, wants to build a foundation. So we can do a Saturn-focused reading. You can do a new client session if you've never had a reading with me before, or if you've had readings, whether it's been a chart you bought or a reading, you can do a returning client, because I'll have all your information, and that would be lots of fun. All right, one more. Neptune. Okay, Neptune, where's Neptune in the full moon chart? Right here. It is between the Capricorn Pluto moon and the Uranus North Node Mars building energy, right? So here's it's almost like a 6-pointed star. It's really beautiful. Okay, so let's say hello to Neptune. It's an open envelope to the universe. Notice here, let's go back, the shape of an envelope. There's the envelope with the mystical rectangle and the trine. Okay, Neptune, your inner mystic, is opening up the mystical rectangle that's being formed with the lunar nodes, which is our destiny, personally and collectively as humanity, and the full moon and sun alignment. So Neptune is bringing in the energy of Scorpio because why? It's at its third decan, which gets that third water sign involved. And then that brings in the south node because the south node's in Scorpio. So Neptune is now starting to merge and affect this releasing, this transform energy to get your power back, your soul's power back in this world for everyone. Like, not, let's get it for everyone. Why not? Okay, so Neptune says the key to unwinding your past life patterns that have kind of put you in a place of limited personal power in the world is coming from the belief that you were a victim to those circumstances in those lifetimes, prior incarnations. Neptune is pulling on the polarity point in Virgo and says, go back to March 18th when there was a full moon in Virgo. There are healing elixirs there for you. So we can go back in time because the South Node says, I'm pulling you backwards. So March 18th, and then I have the full moon in Virgo's blog post linked there. But let's just look at 25 Virgo to give you an image that will help you unwind this pattern. 25 Virgo, boy with a sensor. So if you are Catholic, like how I grew up, you think an altar boy. So boy with the censer, and Buddhism, it would be the young monks with the incense. But the boy with the censer's message is the highest rapture, right? The soul's passion. The highest rapture can be found when you participate in ceremonial celebrations of spirituality, right? And here, where are we on Wednesday? Celebrating spiritual celebration of the full moon with sound healing. What other ways can you celebrate your spirituality? Maybe some of you go to church on Sunday. Maybe some of you wake up early in the morning and pray or meditate. How are you celebrating your spirituality? Virgo likes something every day. So make it simple. It could be, reaching up and doing a sun salutation or doing a moon salutation at night, something that celebrates your spirituality. You can check in with what's the full moon doing and the third quarter moon doing. The Sabian symbol for 21 degrees Capricorn is a general accepting defeat gracefully. This is interesting, especially when we look around the world and we go, where's the war? Right? Lots of wars happening. Like if you look at Sri Lanka, the general there is escaping on the naval airship, right? Which is the president of the country is running away. China, they're rushing into banks, right? Because they can't get their money in. But there's stuff happening all over the world. But these people in charge need to accept their defeat gracefully. Obviously, the people who've been running the world governments are not doing a great job because people are hungry. People are sad or sick or suffering in some way, and they're going to start getting angry. And what is it Bob Marley said? A hungry mob is an angry mob, right? So we want to, of course, take care of one another. Stop relying on these governments that aren't really here to support us, but maybe more to control us and use us for our power, right? Like creating victims out of us. So we're like, not on our watch anymore. We got Eris here that says, grab your cojones. You've got personal power. So this is about having loyalty to your long-term goals. When you do, you can transform any type of setback in your life with the grace of spirit and self-discipline. So you can read more about that, but where do you need to surrender more in your life? How can you embody more grace at your core, right? Surrender to your inner worth, and you're going to find Eris there. You're going to find her there at looking in the mirror with you saying, guess what, girl? You are playing a human being on 3D TV. This is fake. You are a powerful soul that came to this planet at this time to change it for the good, for the best, for the highest, right? But don't forget who you are and what you're made of. You're made of stars, made of solar flares, meteors. What are you made of? Right? Eris wants to know. We've got Venus and Saturn on either side saying, "You've got this. You've got this. Rest. Let yourself go into quiet reflection." So lots of wonderful guidance for us from the cosmos. Definitely watch this video again to get more clues. Find it in your chart. If you need to get a reading, you can go to my website at lunarladies.com. You can schedule, even if you're a new client, meaning I haven't read your chart or looked at your chart before, you can schedule that. Or if you have got your chart done or had a reading with me, you can go at discount and do a return client session. And yay, you can do that, right? Isn't that cool? Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know I do have my on-demand courses on summer sale. I did have them on super birthday sale, but now they're on summer sale and they're 50% off. So you can go to courses.lunarladies.com and it's called Summer 50 is the coupon code. You can get tuning forks for star seeds, 50% off. You can get living a lunar life, 50% off. You can get decoding the secrets of your natal chart, like what we're doing here in Nighttime Astrology, 50% off. Those prices are good through the end of August. So enjoy those savings. Treat yourself, especially I'm really enjoying tuning forks. Some rose quartz. I can put rose quartz right here, right here, right here, on the heart. Never gets old. So I'm also putting together, I have a limited supply of a grounding kit, which will include 2 tuning forks and some crystals and a video on how to use the kit. I believe I might have, I have to look. I think I have 10 kits. I have to look. But anyway, check out, I'll put that into, make that available as an offering probably at the end of the week. If you're interested, if you haven't gotten tuning forks yet and you'd like some, you can get the grounding kit with the class and I'll have that available for a limited supply. All right, so thank you everyone for watching and thank you for watching the replay. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being a YouTube subscriber. If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, you can find more of these videos plus other things there. Go to YouTube, Lunar Ladies, and say subscribe. Awesome, thanks for joining. I will be back. So Wednesday is a big day. Wednesday we have Janet coming in, Janet Nixick at 11 a.m. California time. She's going to be doing a Reiki Theta healing for the full moon, during the full moon, like yay. And then I have a client later that day, and then I'll be back at Nighttime Astrology to do a sound healing ceremony and burn ritual. And if you'd like to participate personally to get your name on the burn list with healing prayers for yourself and others or intentions around what you want to release, you can do that through a love offering, which is an energetic exchange to make the energy go full circle. And that's just $11.11 is the donation suggestion. If you don't have that, that's okay. You can do what you have. And you can send me that on my PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Okay, I look forward to your comments and questions. Until then, sweet dreams. Take all this information into the into the astral landscape and meet your guides, your angels, your power animals, and wake up refreshed, renewed, ready to go. And call Eris in. Remember to tell her to be gentle with you. And let her throw that apple in your space so that you can utilize this power to transform whatever needs that in your life within. Remember, everything you're looking for is already within. And when you look in that mirror, you're going to get surprised at gifts, skills, and talents that are laying in there, haven't been used yet. I want to know what those gifts, skills, and talents are for you. Okay, until then, good night, everyone.